What is life without a stroke of good luck in it? Pretty boring, I will say, but not for the people featured in our video. They have got these amazing stories of surviving the most life-threatening situations. Hang on to see the close calls no one would have believed if they were not captured on camera. Considering how small and fragile the enclosure that this guy was using for his safety, this massive shark attacked after feeling insulted. On the bright side, the diver got away without even a scratch, while the enclosure was pulled down by the shark. This guy decided to run a lap in the pool in a thunderstorm. Of course, Thor decided to teach him a good old lesson about conductivity and shoots a bolt just seconds before he touches the pool. Otherwise, he could have been fried. Most elephants are compassionate, but some can quickly get annoyed. This group of tourists quickly learned the meaning of personal boundaries when it got too close to the elephant, which promptly chased them away.
It's okay.
Encountering sea creatures is always a hit or miss, because you never know if they're in attack mode. And if they ever do decide to tackle, not everyone is as lucky as this diver. Global warming made this glacier look at the men and say, "If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me." Too bad the men escaped. Two Brazilian bikers found themselves in a heart-stopping adventure as they navigated a narrow train tunnel with a train fast approaching. With nerves of steel, they managed to escape just in time. Live to bike another day.
Now bike.
Despite knowing the dangers of what follows on the road, this guy decided to play around with his skateboard anyway until he was almost hit by an oncoming car, but managed to save himself just by being able to stop inches away. This news reporter avoided becoming a news victim during a live broadcast. He was standing near a parking lot when two overspeeding cars collided with each other and swerved into the parking lot. However, it was a lucky day for him, as he immediately managed to get out of the way and escaped a terrifying end.
It was a chaotic and confusing situation for...
Inches matter when ignorance turns into a bliss, such as this photographer. A middle-aged man who was so caught up in focusing his camera for a good capture lost the sense of his surroundings. He didn't even bother looking out for his safety, much less even after hearing the horn. Alexander and Daria in Vladivostok, Russia, narrowly avoided a massive concrete slab falling from a neighboring building. With seconds to spare, they escaped unharmed. Talk about luck and a close call. This woman was relaxing by her pool, hoping to get a good tan, when out of nowhere, this happens. Mother Nature is a nasty player for pulling a trick like this. We don't give enough credit to reporters because they're often in the most dangerous positions. Just like this unsuspecting guy, whose words triggered an accident live on TV.
Dangerous streets in all of Los Angeles, and now...
A fisherman's peaceful day in Florida's Everglades took a terrifying turn when an alligator emerged with jaws wide open. With lightning-fast reflexes, the fisherman leaped back, narrowly avoiding becoming the gator's lunch.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
With the summer almost out, two kayakers were only minutes away from a giant glacier that they decided to stop after seeing cracks. Seconds later, it collapsed, sending a powerful spray of freezing water at the kayakers. Had the glaciers held for a few minutes longer, this could have turned into a one-way ticket. The spear jaw of a blue marlin can cut quite deep, which means this man escaped a nasty injury thanks to his fishing gear.
Right over here, guys. Oh! I got you on camera, guys. Holy shit!
This wasn't just another ordinary hungry alligator that was compelled to react instinctively, but rather was offended by the behavior and taunting attitude of speaking rubbish against it. Had this gator been bigger, the boat would definitely have flipped, along with those on board.
This is so close, man. Come with it. Watch out. Man.
In Russia's Primorsky Krai, a diver found themselves in an underwater tussle with a massive purple octopus. The cephalopod grabbed the diver's breathing gear and wrapped a tentacle around their neck, leading to a desperate struggle to free themselves. All this while trying to protect their pricey camera. Surfing pro Mick Fanning faced his worst nightmare as he encountered a great white shark while riding the waves. With quick reflexes and a punch to the shark's back, Fanning managed to escape unscathed. Stingrays may seem peaceful, but one wrong step and they'll whip their barbed tails in self-defense, reminding you to watch your step. However, a lucky diver experienced an unexpected nibble from a stingray's teeth. Picture this, a battle between two ocean heavyweights, killer whales and a tiger shark. A group of daring divers off the coast of Costa Rica witnessed this incredible encounter. The killer whales used their scare and circle hunting technique to exhaust the tiger shark and feast on its defenseless body. Armed with a trusty spear, a diver in the Cayman Islands took on the invasive lionfish, wreaking havoc in the Caribbean. In the midst of the battle, he faced another challenge when a shark approached. With nerves of steel, armed with only a fishing spear, he fought off the shark, ensuring both diver and shark lived to tell the tale. Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. Lucky are those who get a chance to swim with these incredible sea cows. And this kayaker was literally considered the luckiest one after having a close encounter with these gentle manatees off the coast of Panama City.
Check them out. Whoa! GoPro, start recording.
Diving can be a serene and peaceful activity, but it can also be dangerous if you encounter a shark. It's like being underwater with a door-to-door salesman trying to sell you insurance. An underwater explorer while diving near Fowlerlands Island had literally a heart-stopping encounter with a great white. With its mouth open and body sideways to fit the guy in its huge jaws, the shark tackled him at full speed. However, life gave him another chance, as he nearly missed the bite and lived to tell the tale. Although it's been a decade since this incident, it's still fresh in our minds. This heart-stopping moment was captured during a show when a killer whale grabbed its trainer's foot and dragged him underwater. Almost out of breath, the guy didn't lose his calm and somehow managed to reach the surface. Luckily, after freeing his foot, he rushed to the side of the pool and was quickly pulled out by his fellow trainers. All's well that ends well. Either the seal was hungry or it was just playing peekaboo with the dog. Whatever its intention was, its unexpected jump must have sent chills down the lady's spine. This is what happens when you go out looking for whales and find one. Luckily, the whale just popped in to say hello and left after a quick wave of goodbye. Oh! Oh! Humans who try to play with fire actually get burned. Actually implies here, this young photographer, while capturing some wildlife moments, invaded the wrong place and nearly missed a bite from the hidden river monster. Half the point of paragliding is exploring the ocean without touching it. So imagine the horror when your glider nosedive and lands smack right in the middle of shark territory. Luckily, this shark wasn't fazed. Sharks will perceive anything that thrashes about as food. So this guy didn't really realize how dangerous it could be to throw a crab trap in the ocean while he was swimming in it. Luckily, his friends were there to warn him. If I came across a massive iceberg out in the wild, losing your foal in rapid streams basically means they're going to end up as a crocodile's dinner. But after losing sight of his mama, this baby zebra takes a daring step into croc territory. The croc even tries to take a bite, but misses. As for the zebra, the cute foal lives to tell the tale. This kid got trapped along the marshy shore, just inches away from a gator. Luckily, help arrived on time, because if it was just a few seconds late, he would have been this hungry lizard's meal. If I was this kayaker, I'd have screamed my head off after seeing a hammerhead. Hats off to this guy for keeping his cool and narrowly missing a horrible accident. I don't know what sport she does, but some college better scout her, because her reflexes are insane. A diver that was laying a cable 220 meters below the surface almost found himself to be at the wrong place and at the wrong time when a swordfish came out of the blue to attack, but missed and found its snout to be stuck. This snake handler is about to learn the power of a mama. Ouch! Luckily, the snake wasn't in the mood to strike more.
Oh, I got it right in the face.
I'd react like this camel too if someone got up in my personal space and decided to selfie the moment. This guy should definitely be a track star because not everyone can outrun an angry, power-hungry bird. This dude must have thought of being naughty with the caged lion, but here this feline showed that a lion in a cage is still a lion. And that's exactly why you should keep your hands and feet to yourself. He might be the luckiest guy on this planet, as even after a strong collision, the leopard took no interest in him and fled within no seconds. Imagine the amount of anxiety after that interaction. This clip should be pinned as the most terrifying encounter ever. A guy during his hunting expedition came across a massive black bear, who initially showed no interest in him, but suddenly it began to run at full speed. However, this man in particular was smart enough to give that beast a chase and managed to run for his life. Who said only dogs are loyal? I mean, just have a look at this tiger, who stopped a leopard who was trying to smash the trainer cuddling with other big cats. In the end, the spotted feline started behaving nicely, as if nothing had happened. How nice of this bear to wake the man up. Now I know the man got the scare of a lifetime, but he should have asked the bear to stay. Maybe the poor grizzly just wanted to ask where the porridge was. Moose have an easy trigger. Combine that with motherhood. Boy, you're in trouble. A baby mama moose decided to tackle a cyclist out of nowhere, almost knocking him down. I don't blame him. If a gigantic Norse creature decided to charge me, I'd tumble into the bushes too. This man tried to pet a lion. Yep, and it went about exactly as you would think. The lion pounced on the man, who understandably was scared. But thanks to the skilled handler, the man escaped unharmed and even laughed about it. In this hilarious clip, a bear and a man spook each other. The encounter was so sudden, the bear forgot it was the predator here. Imagine going out to the store and almost getting pinned. Sometimes it's better to stay at home. I don't know who's luckier, the biker who narrowly avoided the fallen soldier or the one who escaped by mere inches.
Brakes.
Just on the brakes. Look how close it is to Hayden Schultz.
It almost took him out. I mean, look.
Imagine losing your brakes and heading straight into traffic, but missing every single car. I genuinely can't comprehend how this pickup soared through traffic unscathed. This ricksaw's almost hit and tumble is much more thrilling and suspense-filled than any movie I've seen. Folks, this is why you should always check both sides before crossing the road. You'd think a wad of foam rubber would be your last concern on the road, but this bike experienced the impossible with a flying mattress and escaped thanks to his sick twists. This is why you should never turn without honking or turning on the blinker, because not everyone's got the brain to slam the brakes like this biker. This cop was making what he thought was a routine traffic spot when the most unexpected thing happened. It's miraculous he survived, especially when you realize he could have been sandwiched between 3 cars. Recorded 2 years back in India, this clip literally has some distressing moments to show, at least for the car owner, as he would have never imagined this to happen with his ride. Although his vehicle was lost, the owner must be considering himself the luckiest person for not sitting inside at that time. It looks like a guardian angel was on duty here. Otherwise, those people had been almost smashed by that crazy driver. When a heavy vehicle driver loses control or is careless, anything from extremely spine-tingling close calls to outright disasters tend to happen just as this. A bike passenger, upon timely noticing an aggressive bus driver, manages to get cleared away seconds away before getting run over. This horrible incident took place 2 months back in Thailand, when a car was nearly crushed by a piece of a flyover that fell out of place. However, the acuity of this driver worked for his life. Who's in the wrong here? The speedster or the sudden turner? I don't know who to blame, but I can say the speeding bike has insane driving skills. This guy's daring stunt almost became a nightmare for this innocent cyclist. Luckily, he realized how dangerous it could have been.
Let's go! Oh shit! Are you okay?
This person narrowly misses out on an insurance claim. Who knew one could be this lucky? This would be the last day of this child if the truck driver wouldn't slam on the brakes timely. A lesson for others to never run on a busy road. It's a pretty bad idea to stand in the way of a car, especially if it's a dune buggy attempting a fancy trick. The cameraman ducked right in time. If he hadn't, he'd be seeing stars! This might be just the craziest car crash you've ever seen. Not only did the innocent pedestrian escape scratch-free, but the cars tossed out the passengers before they collided, saving them all from a horrible fate. Ever wondered how it feels avoiding a horrible end? His quick action saved him and his boy from a fatal hit. This rider will show you how to balance your ride while missing a near hit. A motorcyclist in Russia collided with a car, but in a miraculous feat, both rider and bike flipped forward in perfect synchronization. The rider landed gracefully on his feet, maintaining balance as the car slowed down. It was a breathtaking moment captured on video. In St. Petersburg, Russia, a middle-aged woman dashed across the street and narrowly avoided being hit by a van. The van driver's quick reflexes saved the day, reminding us to look both ways before crossing. Most highways have a warning for landslides, but they don't exactly announce their fall. While most of the roads was clear, this white car got caught in the rocks, but made such a shocking escape, it left onlookers speechless. You can't do much when you're driving and the mountain beside you decides to collapse, unless you're this man. It's easy to get distracted when you're literally sliding down the hill, but that shouldn't mean you completely forget there were many following your lead. This ice sledder is a lucky fella. Behind him decided to slam on the brakes, or foot, otherwise they would have been in a horrifying crash. Now, don't get me wrong, this guy's last-minute save is quite impressive, and even miraculous considering how close it was. But if he wanted to show off a daring trick, he could have just visited the local skate park. This clip will definitely make your heart skip a beat. 2 years back in India, a young lady along with his 6-year-old was walking on a railway train station platform. Suddenly, the boy lost his balance and fell on the railway track while a train was on its way. However, before the things took a worse turn, a pointsman with the speed of light jumped onto the track and pushed the boy up just before a few seconds of the train's arrival. Fortunately, none of them got injured, and the lady was able to meet his son again. Moving on, we've got a crazy clip of a plane that almost missed everyone on the ground. Talk about a close call. A jet pilot found himself stranded with engine troubles and signaled for help. Unbeknownst to him, another plane hurtled toward him at 150 miles per hour. In a heart-stopping moment, the planes narrowly avoided a catastrophic collision, and the pilot escaped unscathed. Being around a loose crane is the last position that you want to be in, especially if you have a shiny new sports car. An inadequately experienced crane operator, while operating a movable crane, almost lost control when the hook of the crane unhinged immaturely. If that was my car, I'd have missed a heartbeat or two. You might think this guy is having the blast of his life, descending down from a hilly mountain covered with snow until he passes an unpaved road. With luck on his side, he was able to narrowly miss not only getting hit, but swiftly passing through without getting crushed. Despite being on an organized skiing track, this racer was almost struck by a drone. During an annual Alpine Slalom race in Italy, a racer was busy defending his status of championship when a drone carrying a camera randomly crashed only centimeters behind him. These two massive passenger-loaded planes almost collided with each other at Barcelona's airport a few years ago, and only survived thanks to one pilot's quick thinking. Considering runways have a long list of protocols, I'm betting at least one guy got fired. This impatient cyclist narrowly escaped a collision with the train. If he was here a little late, the train must have dragged him across the track. Let's be honest, we've all had this nightmare, and it came true for this poor bloke. Luckily, he survived it, but I bet he'll never stand under a fan again. Jay Kelly's cat saved him from a collapsing garage in Springfield, California. Just as Jay moved away, the roof crashed down, but both he and his feline companion escaped unscathed. A feline guardian angel indeed. When explosives and paragliders combined, mischievous friends Dave and Coral created a thrilling prank. However, the barrel of a tannerite went flying hundreds of feet in the air, missing Coral entirely. The stunned friends were left reconsidering their choice of pranksters. Just look at this mountain. It's a whopping 3,843 meters tall. One wrong step and you're toast. But not for our fearless climber, who seems to have a guardian angel looking over him. It's a reminder that sometimes it takes a lot more than a positive attitude to succeed. This young man had some plans with his friends, but just when he stepped out of his house, the heavy storm forced him to stay inside. His quick reflexes and timely dart back saved him from being struck by the falling tree. I don't know what's more surprising, a live grenade laying on the soccer pitch during a match or a player casually tossing it away as if it were a pebble. A sports athlete while in a match in Isfahan, Iran, grabbed what looks to be debris and tossed it out of the pitch seconds before it exploded. This man had just unloaded his laundry and exited the laundromat when it literally exploded. The way this man was spared by seconds might have been the Grim Reaper changing his mind. I think the rifle got possessed by the Queen of Hearts because it almost went off with this soldier's head. Thankfully, the guy's cap took the brunt of it. The man casually walks beneath power lines, not realizing one of them breaks loose and almost touches him. A bang and a flash of lightning later, he realizes if he was a second late, he would have been toast. This tree didn't even give the man enough time to yell, "Timber!" And he probably realizes that with the way he scrambled to get back to his feet. Go to an axe range, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Well, if you've got a friend like her, even the most fun plan can be dangerous. I don't know if I should be scared or impressed. Although you could say she almost got into an accident. Operating an angle grinder is no joke. Just ask this man. He almost lost a very important body part. And to make matters crazy, if he hadn't spotted the close call, the flying blade could have hit his arm. This man literally made the city crumble right under his feet. And unfortunate as this is, sure, this guy is not Midas, but he's equally lucky. Watch out! I finally get why New Yorkers are so angry. If this guy's mom blames his foam for his backache, she's quite right. I don't think he realizes how lucky he is. It's terrifying to think what would have happened if this mama walked a little farther. Well, I certainly hope her husband realizes what a lucky man he is. The next time your overbearing, nature-loving friend asks you why you won't join them for a hike, show them this. It must be nice to be a happy-go-lucky fellow like this one, to calmly walk about enjoying the rain, barely realizing that the bridge under you is seconds away from collapsing. Not only does the falling glass pane miss the man by a few centimeters, but the way it pulls the keffy proves this guy is the luckiest man on Earth. Never underestimate a dad's reflexes. Just look how this man grabs hold of his daughter within seconds of realizing she's in danger. This man decided to pass something to a woman. Only passing a tire decided to intercept the parcel. Perhaps this woman shouldn't have stood so close to the arborist, but I bet the chainsaw welding man quickly learned a thing or two about safety regulations. This opal miner quickly learns life has greater worth than gemstones.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
As scary as it looks, neither a publicity stunt nor an unedited photo, this horrific image was captured almost 2 years back when a young parasailer was enjoying above the Red Sea, unaware of the fact that the sea was the home to the world's most vicious predators. The moment the excited paraglider went close to the ocean's surface, a shark leaped out of the water and tried to tear a chunk out of his foot. Luckily, he was able to pull his legs up, and the shark missed a chance to taste the human meat. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.